So in this video, I would like to explain you about the subject areas in the Erwin Data Modeler tool. So what is a subject area? Why it is needed? Think about a scenario where your organization is so huge with hundreds and hundreds of entities. So managing all the entities into ER diagram under the data model will be quite difficult. To overcome that situation, so you can arrange your entities under different compartments. So maybe you can map a compartment to a subject area. Take an example, you have a bank and the bank has thousands and thousands of customers, a lot of activities related to the customer, maybe customer support, maybe the account management, maybe the loan management, all comes under the customers. Similarly, there is a lot of branches of a bank, and the transaction between the bank and the head office and the employees and the bank and the employees, that's another subject area. So um, so this is where you are arranging your entities under different subject areas for quick and easy management. But basically the entities are the base entities, they don't have any change. You can create new subject area, you can add these entities as a subject, as a member of that, and you can remove the subject areas without impacting your entities. So let me show you how to do that in real scenarios. So in order to explain the subject area, I have created a couple of more entities. So if you see my ER diagram, you can see there are 8 entities, and there is, of course, it is showing a subject area is 0. There are 8 entities and attributes 27. And let me give you a tip. If you want to zoom your entity, of course you can zoom it here. You can select that particular entity in the overview pane. You see how nicely you can explore your entities. This is a good feature. So if you want to work a portion of your set of your entities, you just select that to entity, then it is zoomed out for your eyes. Okay. So I was talking you about the subject area. So by default, you will have an ER diagram. So all the entities can be added to ER diagram, and you can also create additional ER diagram. See, this ER diagram does not have any entities. I can rename the ER diagram giving the property. Maybe I can say as bank customers. Okay, that's a ER diagram. I can give the name as bank customers. I have to click close, only then it changes, right? So I switch to it's already here. So I can select the entity, add to diagram. So it becomes again I select bank, add to diagram. I select branch, add to diagram. So we have 3 entities added to a ER diagram. But what if I want to split my work with multiple developers who will be managing all the branches, and some will be managing the employees and the bank, some will be managing the accounts and the branch, the customers and the branch, right? So it is always good to have a separation like subject area. Okay, this subject area will handle always the bank and customers. Another subject area will handle bank and branches. Another customer subject area will handle bank and employees. So you come to the subject area. I have not created any subject area, right? There's no subject area. I can right click, I can new, I can give a name, actually like bank and customers. And again, I'll create another subject area, bank and employees. I can create another subject area, bank and branches. So 3 subject areas I have created, but I can switch between subject area, select and switch, again select and switch to. So currently it is showing which subject area I am. Each subject area, of course, you can create ER diagram. So now I'm coming to bank and branches. I'm sitting here. I have no ER diagram. By default it creates one ER diagram without any members. I have a bank and customers. There is one ER diagram without any members. I have branch and employees. I have one ER diagram without any members. So in organization, you can think like maybe departments. When you build a model for one department, you can come to a subject area. Another department create another subject area. So it is basically you are putting things into different compartments, and you may ask your data modelers to manage certain subject area. So this can make the work easier as well as remove the all kind of complexities, right? Of course, how do you add your entities to your subject area? So we can say add diagram. So I actually am standing. I have to go to a subject area first. So this is a bank and branches subject area. Let me switch to the. It's already here. I'm studying bank and branches. So let me go to our entities. What will I select? Bank, add to diagram. I select branches, add to diagram. I select bank manager, add to diagram. So we have three entities added to a subject area. Yeah, it's very clear. All these entities are related to bank and branches. So let me go to bank and customers. I am going to bank and customer. There is no entities. I go to my entities. I can choose bank. I can use branch. I can use the customers. Maybe I can also use the branch manager. So this is another subject area. So there is nothing to deal with there's nothing to do with the branch. I will remove the branch. Okay, we have the bank manager, and customers. So this is all to do with the bank and customers. Similarly, I can also having the bank and employees. Let me switch to bank and employee. Here coming, I select bank, add to diagram. I select the bank manager. I select the employee. I select the supervisor. So all four I put under the subject area. I have created three subject areas, but this is not a duplicated entities. This is just for the matter of managing them. Okay, if you remove a subject area, it doesn't remove these entities from these entities under the model. That's for sure. So if I want to remove the bank and branches, okay, let's just delete it. But it is not removed from the bank and branch here, right? So make sure you manage your entities under proper subject areas so that to make your work efficient and easy. I hope you understand about the subject area in the Erwin Data Modeler tool. Thank you.